I just did an everything shower after 2 days of being sick and under the weather. I feel like a brand new person. Also, since I started getting sick, I started reading Intermezzo by Rooney. Most people have probably read this already. It's been on my TBR and I never got around to it until now. I'm kind of glad that I waited. Yesterday, I got to about page 30 something, and today I got to... Wait, where did I get to? I think now I'm on chapter 3. Okay, so yesterday I started reading and I got to around page 30, and now I'm at page 66. It's alright so far. This book is how many? This one is 437 pages long. To be honest, it started out a little bit rough, as in I wasn't the biggest fan of the first chapter and the beginning of the story, and it was just her style of writing was starting to get to me a little bit in terms of it being annoying. Like, it was very much stream of consciousness and it was just going on and on. There seemed to be no end to it, and I don't know, I don't think Sally Rooney's writing seemed to be like this to me before, not with her previous books at least. Today, once I got to a little bit further ahead into chapter 2 and 3, it started getting a little bit better. Although if it has already started out like this, I can't help but wonder if it's gonna keep getting more and more annoying. But yeah, that's my thoughts so far on Intermezzo. Just for context, I have read all of the previous novels by Rooney, so I'm, you know, a little bit familiar with her work and her style of writing, her kinds of stories and characters. And I think I've heard somewhere through the grapevines that apparently a lot of other people have said this is not their favorite Rooney, that Intermezzo is either the worst or just not a crowd favorite at all. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how I feel personally, and reading it 2 years after its release, now that the hype has kind of died down a little bit and there's not so much buzz and discourse around this book, I'm interested to kind of see my own opinion. With all that being said though, look at this cover. The cover is it though. Like, the cover does eat, I gotta say. Also, I'm still reading The Brothers Karamazov, and I'll probably continue with it tomorrow morning.
You're so handsome. You're so beautiful. Kitty? You're so handsome.
Hey friends, it is Friday the 29th of May and it is currently 1:33 p.m. I just got back from a walk around the neighborhood. I did a 30-minute walk and I was on the phone with my grandparents, so I didn't get to film any footage of that, but it is an absolutely beautiful day today. Not the most sunny, but the sun is definitely coming in and out. There is a little bit of a breeze and the temperature is not too cold, although it is supposed to be only 12 degrees. But yeah, surprisingly honestly doesn't feel too bad. When I was out there, had a nice chat with my grandparents, talked about how they were doing and everything in Vietnam. If you didn't know, all of my family are still living in Vietnam at the moment, specifically Hanoi, and my grandparents live in Tai Binh, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away by car from Hanoi. I was happy to talk to them, glad to see they're doing well. And yeah, now that I'm back, I was just about to get started on some editing. I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys a little bit about this kind of reset routine for after getting sick. And as you guys probably saw, I finally did an everything shower yesterday, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about my shower routine. Just a little heads up though, they are nothing crazy at all. They are ordinary everyday products that I'm sure most people are already using. I still just want to talk about it, just share a little bit something, you know. I'll start with my hair care routine. My hair is naturally pretty fine and straight. I do have stereotypically fine Asian hair, as you can see. I think I did get pretty lucky with it being generally pretty sleek and smooth without having to do much with it. Like, I don't use much heat other than blow drying after hair wash. I just recently finished a bottle of the hyaluronic acid, something I'll put on the screen here, shampoo version, and the corresponding conditioner as well, but that had also finished. So recently I restocked on a massive jug of conditioner, which is just the basic Pantene conditioner like this one. To be honest, I'm not one to invest a lot into my hair wash routine, and I guess I should feel pretty grateful that I don't have to do that. But honestly, I don't even know if paying a lot for shampoos and conditioners really make that much of a difference. In my logic, you're just putting it on for 3 minutes at a time and then you're rinsing it down the drain anyway. So what kind of miracle can you really expect from it? You know what I mean? That's not to say that I will never buy or would like to use more expensive luxury hair care product, because I'm sure they have their own place. But just for me right now, in my current hair health situation and my current budget as well, I'm pretty happy sticking with the most affordable drugstore pharmacy shampoo and conditioner, which for me is Pantene. I also quite like Dove. After I get out of the shower, I will go in with a 5-in-1 heat protectant leave-in conditioner spray, which I used to use much more regularly before, but I stopped for a little while, and then recently I started using it again just for the ends of my hair. I do not spray it on my roots whatsoever. I generally try to avoid any oil-based product or any conditioning type of product on my roots. What I do use on my scalp is this Some by Me scalp toning spray. It's supposed to be for anti-hair loss. I like it so far. I think I've used it up once. I'm pretty sure this is my second bottle of it. It makes your scalp feel minty and it has that cooling effect. I do see a little bit of a difference in terms of hair growth. If you want to see more hair growth, you're supposed to do a lot of scalp massages to help circulate the hair follicles. And I think I have seen a little bit of baby hair growth coming from that. So pretty happy with that. So after using those two products, I will usually go in just blowing it dry completely just with my regular standard blow dryer. You know, there's no Dyson going on over here. That is my hair care routine. And then we go to my body care routine. In the shower, I would usually use a gentle-ish body wash. And for the past 2 restocks, I have been using this specific one from Freshwater Farm, Australia. They stock it at Chemist Warehouse, which is my favorite place on earth. FYI, it is really affordable. I was using the rosewater scent before, but lately I've been using the lavender scent, and I also really enjoyed it. It smells so good and it is so relaxing and calming. Recently purchased another one of the Dove body scrub in the lavender scent as well. I have tried the pomegranate scent, and the last one I tried was the chamomile or calendula version, but this time I got the lavender version to go with the theme of my lavender shower routine. Personally, for me, I like a little bit more of a medium abrasive kind of body scrub. The calendula one was a little bit too creamy and gentle for me, so the pomegranate one was perfect chef's kiss, and I'm pretty happy with this lavender one. After I get out of the shower, I'm one of those people who are pretty religious about moisturizing my body, and I used to not be like that at all. Like most people, you know, I was like, could not be bothered. But for the longest time now, as I have become that person who lotions their body right after the shower every single time without a fail. I'm very happy with that character development, because my skin, especially my body skin, tends to be pretty dry. It can get even cracked sometimes, especially on my shins. Now, as soon as I get out of the shower while my body is still damp, I will lotion my entire body, and I have been using this Vaseline once, and that is my body care routine. To just finish off, round it off with my skincare routine as well, specifically my nighttime skincare. Again, you can kind of catch a drift with my approach to all things beauty and skincare by now. A lot of times is less is better. You don't have to break your bank to find products that actually work for you and that you actually enjoy using. So with that being said, my nighttime skincare routine consists of the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice face wash. Hands down the best face cleanser that I've ever used. I've been using it for years now. I've repurchased probably tens and tens of bottles by now, and it's just amazing. It has the best texture and consistency that is so gentle, and yet you can tell that it's really doing a good job of cleansing your skin without stripping it, and also it does not sting your eyes. I've opened my eyes while washing my face many times and it has never stung my eyes whatsoever. It is the best face wash in the entire market, and it just so happens to be a K-beauty product that is relatively affordable, so how can you say no to that? If you've never tried it before, I would highly recommend you trying it. It doesn't matter what your skin type is, just try it and then you'll see what I mean. In my book, a face wash is not meant to be fancy. It's meant to, cleanse your skin without stripping it, and this one does everything that I've just said, but even better. Like, there's just something about the texture and consistency. It leaves your skin feeling so soft and supple and smooth and not tight at all. It's just the most perfect scrumptious product ever. I love that face cleanser. Try it. And you're in luck because you can use my code xoxo23 at Yesstyle for a discount. So after face wash, once a week I will use a exfoliating serum. I would go in with this Neutrogena acne serum, and I know it says acne, but it is a salicylic acid based serum. Also contains glycolic acid among other things in it, and it works so well for my skin, exfoliating, unclogging my skin, and getting rid of blackheads, whiteheads, spots, pimples, and all that without being harsh or abrasive to my skin, and it does not give me any reaction at all. So I have been using this one for a pretty long time, and then for the past 2-3 months I have leveled up from doing a retinol based serum once a week to now doing it twice a week. So on Wednesdays and Saturdays I would go in with my retinol based serum, and I have been using this one from The Ordinary probably for the past 2.5 years. It has worked amazingly for my skin. I love it. I have done a lot of research for my skin type and my skin condition personally. I landed on this one after researching all the different kinds of products and retinols out there. This one has worked really well for me, and guess what? It is really affordable as well. So props to me. But yeah, I would keep using it for much longer since it is quite gentle. Not to say that it is not effective. I reckon now that I'm doing it twice a week, I will probably gradually be able to increase it to 3 times a week, eventually 4-5 times a week, and every day of the week. But yeah, we'll see how we go when we get to that. Depending on how my skin is feeling, our skin is constantly changing with our hormones, the weather changing, and with countless many other things. I would either go in with an extra step of toning / essence, or if my skin's feeling okay, not that dry, I will skip that step. This toner / essence from Amfram, I have also been using it for years, at least 5 years, which is crazy to say, but it just goes to show you that once you find a product that works for you, it can stick with you for a long time, and it will always have a place in your skincare routine. This essence is also one of those products that actually does something, it's not just like a glorified, nicely scented liquid that you put on your face, For me, my skin sometimes can get a little bit reactive and it can get clogged pretty easily. I find that this one works perfectly for adding that extra moisture and hydration without being too much and without clogging it even more or causing more pimples and stuff. In fact, I think it's meant to help with pimples and breakouts and essentially calming active breakouts and stuff. So definitely worth looking into. You can also get this one from Yesstyle. Definitely check it out and use my code. And last but not least, you know by now, if you have been watching me for a while, that I would always finish off as the last step of my skincare routine with the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. Again, I have been using this for years and years. It just has never failed me. It has always been a constant, reliable product that works without all the fuss, is generally accessible and affordable. So yeah, that's that with my skincare, hair care, and body care routine. I hope it gave you some ideas into potential products you can try, or just reinforce with you that you don't always have to go crazy extra with your skincare and hygiene and maintenance routine. Oftentimes you can just stick with what you know works, or all the long-standing kind of boring trusted brands that have been around for a long time. Even though the products themselves may look ordinary or just unexciting, they work, and sometimes that's all that matters. Let me know if you have any product recommendations for me, or if there is any particular product that you think I should try. Let me know.